Yes, good morning, guys. Today we'll discuss about IUPAC nomenclature. So this IUPAC is International Union for Pure and Applied Chemistry. So this organization will take any name for any element or compound which is newly discovered. In organic chemistry, we have plenty of compounds. That's why we cannot remember names of all the compounds. That's why we use IUPAC guidelines to name the organic compounds. Generally, an organic compound it contains secondary prefix plus primary prefix plus word root plus primary suffix plus secondary suffix. So this is general formula of any organic compound in general. So now let me explain what is meant by word root and what it indicates. Word root. This word root indicates number of carbon atoms present in principal carbon chain. Number of carbon atoms present in a principal carbon chain. Suppose if we have one carbon, then it is meth. If we have two carbons, that is eth. If we have three carbons, that is prop. Like suppose if we have one carbon, this is meth. If we have two carbons, that is eth. If we have three carbons, that is prop. If we have four carbons, that is put. If we have five carbons, that is pent. If we have six carbons, that is hex. If we have seven carbons, that is hept. If we have eight carbons, that is octa. If we have nine carbons, that is non. If we have 10 carbons, that is dec. So finally, the root word indicates number of carbon atoms present in a principal carbon chain. And the second one is primary suffix. Primary suffix. So this primary suffix, this indicates the given compound is saturated or unsaturated. So by knowing this one, we can know whether the compound is saturated and unsaturated. What is meant by saturated? A saturated compound is one which contains a carbon-carbon single bond only. That means the compound contains only sigma. Unsaturated. Unsaturated means this compound may have carbon-carbon double bond or carbon-carbon triple bond. In the case of carbon-carbon double bond, we have one sigma and one pi bond. In the case of carbon-carbon triple bond, we have one sigma and two pi bonds. Suppose if your compound is having only CC single bond, then it's end with N. If your compound have CC double bond, it's end with in. And if your compound have CC triple bond, that end with in. So this is a saturated one, and these two are unsaturated. So that means what? If we have C single bond C, it is saturated, it is indicated with the N, saturated. C double bond C, so it is in, unsaturated. C triple bond C, in, this is also unsaturated. Next, secondary suffix. This secondary suffix indicates the functional group present in the compound. The functional group present in the compound. What is meant by functional group? A functional group is one which is responsible for physical and chemical properties. This functional group is like acid, aldehyde, amine, ketone, like that. So next is primary prefix. Primary prefix. This primary prefix indicates nature of the compound. Nature of the compound. It means whether it is cyclic or bicyclo or spiro, like that. It indicates, primary prefix indicates nature of the compound. That means it is cyclo, bicyclo, spiro, etc. And secondary prefix. Secondary prefix. This secondary prefix, it indicates name of the substituent. Name of the substituent. So if you have any substitution, that can be indicated with the secondary prefix. Okay. So now let me see, these are the terminology which we used in IUPAC nomenclature. Okay. Now let me see guidelines. What are the guidelines to name hydrocarbons? Guidelines to name hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons. So I'm taking a hydrocarbon which is saturated. We have certain rules for this one. So the first rule is select the longest continuous carbon chain as the principal carbon chain. So select the longest continuous carbon chain as the principal carbon chain. It means you should select a carbon chain. You should have more number of carbons as possible. Okay. If, for example, if we have, I'm taking an example here. Suppose I have C, 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 C. Suppose C, if I want to select this carbon chain, my carbon chain should contain maximum number of carbon atoms. Suppose if this is my parent chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is having only 5 carbons. Suppose instead of giving numbering like this, I will give numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like this I am getting only 5 carbons. Like this I am getting 6 carbons. So maximum number of carbons I have in the numbering like this. So this is not a parent chain and this is the parent chain. So like this we have to choose the parent chain. Similarly, rule 2, what is this rule 2? The rule 2 is if more than one option of selecting principal carbon chain, then that chain selected which is having more number of substituents. If, let me write, if there are more than one option of selecting principal carbon chain. I mean, if you have more than one option, then that chain is selected, which is having more number of substituents. More number of substituents. See, for example, if I have a carbon chain like this, C, 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 and I have a substitution here, and I have a substitution here, C single bond C. Then, suppose if I have a principal chain like this, so like this, how many carbons I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbons. And how many substitutions I have? 2 substitutions. 1 substitution and 2 substitution. Suppose the same compound I selected like this. If suppose this is my principal carbon chain. So if this is my principal carbon chain, I have only one substitution. So that's why, so this is the parent chain and this is not principal chain. So like this, we have to choose a parent chain like this. So next we'll continue in next video in IUPAC nomenclature 2.